All right, we're going to rock and roll. Happy Friday. Welcome, Adam Vance. He missed the last one. All right, let's get the ball rolling. Today, the 251st day of the year. For those worrying, there's only 114 days left, which means 107 days or 106 days for Christmas. Just put y'all at ease. It is National Ampersand Day. Y'all may need to Google that. I did, but happy to celebrate that, as well as shout out to all the physical therapists, including my wife, National Physical Therapy Day. And happy birthday to two of my favorites, Pink and Patsy Cline. Is there anything more apropos than Pink and Patsy Cline sharing a birthday? I don't think so. But anyway, it is great to be here on the 8th of September. Significant news this week. Y'all may have noticed this. There was a huge spike in the labor participation rate last weekend. The offensive line and defensive line of USC didn't show up for work last Saturday, and we saw a significant spike. In other news, I'm just kidding. Okay, that fell flat, but whatever. Seriously, they didn't show up, but that's okay. Beamer said, let them have it this week, and then the rest is history. So the rest is history. On the national front, though, it really is kind of interesting. The U.S. home prices back in July actually went up. After 5 months of trickling down, July's numbers went up 1.9%.
I mean,
so which is good. That all the other economists actually said that those prices will continue to go down.
Change the that.
Adam, I'm gonna put you on mute. There you go. But South Carolina is different. We've actually seen a continuous increase in home prices in the Columbia market, about 4.6% over year, which is pretty good. National is 1.9, so that's good for all of us. There's just low inventory for those in the real estate market. Even with 7% interest rates, you're actually, if you can find a house these days, that's the bigger issue. There's just such a low inventory for people wanting to move, but prices are still staying high. Another interesting national news. I'm gonna stick with national just for a few minutes. The new salary data shows that new hires, the price is actually going down. Walmart actually has adjusted their new pricing for wages, and new pricing for new employees have gone down. They've restructured, but that's a significant sign. That's been something that's been painful for every employer for the last 3 years, is the cost that keeps going up, which is add to the inflation cost, right? So when those prices come down, it shows the stabilization of the market a little bit, which is good. So not that Walmart is the national fair weather flag here, but they are one of the U.S.'s biggest employers, and so when they start shifting, that's a sign for everybody else. So by the way, those when they lowered their entry level, that was back in July. Those numbers are just catching up, but we'll probably see trends around the country to that effect. On the opposite side, what everybody's reporting, Wall Street Journal had a good article this morning about healthcare cost, and you're going to see a hit to your wallet this fall, or actually when your plans come up for renewal. I think 60% of all healthcare packages come up for renewal in January, but you're going to see an average of 6.5% increase for businesses. And the average employer right now spends $14,600 per employee on health insurance. So those costs are going up. And this is again, when insurance companies start putting plans together, they have to apply for a rate approval by the Department of Insurance at least 18 months out, which is, nobody runs a business that far out except the insurance companies. And that's not their fault. That's the government telling them they got to turn them in, but whatever. But expect pricing going up about 6.5%, 7% next year, and which is going to be significant for employers as they go forward. The driver of those costs, you can just guess, right? Prescription drugs, but most importantly, hospitalizations and the healthcare troubles that hospitals seems to be having with employees. When nursing shortage, prices have gone up, we got to pay for that, and there is a lag, and so they've been approved for, the insurance folks have been approved for 7%, 6.5%, 7% increases. So watch out for that coming down the pipe. And if you still have some money, Toyota is getting into the luxury car brand. They've had the car in Japan for a long time, but the Century is going to be released worldwide. So for those that like nice vehicles, the Century will be released worldwide next year. They're starting list price of $170,000. You can get a really nice Toyota. Oh well. No more comments there. All right, let's see. Let's talk local stuff for a second. We are in the middle of an apartment build out like you've not seen in Columbia. You've seen it in other parts of the state. But I think I mentioned this before, but there are about 1,000 units being built around Bull Street. But there are 3 other another hotbed area, which is down on Gervais and Hugie Street. A new plan was released this week for 250 units on the old Klein site. Actually, there are 3 parcels right there. There's the old SCANA electrical plant. They've got apartment, $92 million or $90 million apartment build out on the books right now. Bo Autry from Greenville bought another piece of the Klein property and put a hold on that bill during COVID. But that's like a $92 million apartment complex and retail place. And then Ben Arnold has another 183 units behind the old, where he was going to build a hotel at the convention center. He's going forward with some apartments. So all told, you've got another 600, 700 apartments being planned for right at the lower Gervais Street area, which construction prices, that's good, right? The national trend has always, in the last 10 years, has been moved downtown with apartments. A lot of this generation doesn't want to buy homes, but to have apartments. And then you've got retirees who want an apartment, they don't want a home. So, which is kind of crazy that you've got 22-year high rates, mortgage rates, 7%. But people are still looking to move downtown, smaller units, et cetera. So lots going on here. So that's good. Also this week, filing for Senator John Scott's seat ends tomorrow, the 9th. We've already got 4 people that have announced plans to run for that seat. Tamika Isaac Devine, Representative Gambrell Garvin, Javier Juarez is running, as well as Derek Pierce, a member of Richland County Council. So we'll have to see if anybody surprise files today or tomorrow for that seat. Elections will be October 24th. If a runoff is needed 2 weeks after that, for a general election of January 2nd, which the day after New Year's. But let's be honest, the election is October 24th. There should not be a primary. I mean, the primary is the general for all intents and purposes. All right, that's the highlight news today. Let's talk about there's a ton going on. I love when school comes back because I'm kind of OCD and I appreciate structure. So getting kids back to class is great. It does create somewhat havoc around Gervais Street, Main Street, Assembly Street, anywhere downtown is somewhat problematic these days. college kids are smart. They're smart enough to get into college, which we got 7,000 brand new freshmen, but they do not know how to drive in Columbia, which is apparent. So can't find a parking place. And anyway, be careful driving around, but they have provided a spark of energy in downtown, which is good. And more so because of game tomorrow. Hope they rebound. They need that rebound tomorrow after last week, but game time 7:30 tomorrow. So that's against Furman, and Clemson's playing Charleston Southern. But I do want to give a shout out to two schools in particular, Furman and our own Benedict College. They were the only two teams that didn't get beat last weekend in the entire state of South Carolina. So congrats to them for, I guess it's something about purple, but whatever, they were able to avoid getting skunked like the rest of them. Anyway, coming up, if you so desire to go to the Gervais Street Bridge dinner, where they shut down the bridge and have dinner, which is a great event, tickets go on sale today at 1 p.m. It has been this way for a long time, but it's worse than Ticketmaster. Tickets sell out quickly. So if you're not on by 1 o'clock, forget about it. Or you just hope and pray that a friend of yours will get you a ticket. But tickets will sell out no later than 1:15. So if you want to do that, do it. We got a big couple weeks coming up for us at the Chamber. We have a breakfast briefing next Wednesday, our monthly meeting. If you haven't been to Segra Park to see us on a Wednesday, the second Wednesday of the month. Is that right? Second Wednesday? Yeah. Come and join us. We're going to have Sheriff Leon Lott joining us, as well as Police Chief Skip Holbrook. You know, we had him a year and a half ago, but I will tell you what, we've got to stay vigilant on the crime issue. That's not a specific zip code. It's not a specific population. It is a community problem, and we've got to start dealing with. And so we've asked those two fine public servants to join us on Wednesday to talk about what we can do from a business community standpoint. So join us there. And then on your calendars, you already should have this, the 120th Gala, our Diamond Gala, will be at Segra Park, on the field, on the Diamond, October 5th. Be a night of fun, entertainment, fireworks, etc. So plan to join us if you can. We'd love to have you. I think Anna is so daggone fast. She's put all that into the chat box. So feel free to check on that. We'd love to have you join us. And we also have a popular thing on the 21st this month. We'll have a partner engagement. I still call them after hours, whatever, but they're 21st of September at Hall's Chop House. So with partnering with the South Carolina Restaurant Lodging Association. We appreciate that. All right. Y'all have heard me ramble enough, and it's time to put people on the spot. I want to know what's going on with y'all. What do we need to be knowing about here at the Chamber? What's going on in your world, your business, that y'all want to give a shout out to? No long speeches, no commercials, please. But if there's something going on, we'd love to hear about it.
I'd love to give an announcement.
Hello, Emily. Good morning.
Hi, guys. My name's Emily James. I work with Find Great People, but I also serve on the board of Growing Home Southeast here in Columbia. And we're actually putting on our first annual walk. So it's a walkathon. We'll have the walk and an event after, a lot of fun, but we'd love to invite everyone. We'd love to see you. Create a team with your company, come out and join us. Growing Home, I'll put the link in our little chat here for the registration. It'll be a lot of fun. It's October 15th at 10 a.m. Riverfront and Canal Walkway. And we'd love to see you guys there.
Awesome. Thanks, Emily.
Yes.
Hey, Carl. Good morning, everybody.
Hey,
hey there. Pam Green with Richland County Office of Small Business Opportunity. We have our 5th annual event next week, September 13th, from 8 to 2. It's called Unveil Your Potential, Expose, Expand, Evolve. We will have great panelists such as Ron Harvey, Greg Hilton, Lucinda Ellis. We'll also have a great keynote speaker, which will be Matt Beatty, CEO of Guru. We're excited about that. He's going to talk about how he's turned a lifestyle of failure into a lot of yeses to create the business that he has now. So we invite everyone out. I think we sent out our flyer to pretty much everyone, but I'll also put the information in the chat as well. Look forward to seeing any of you there on next week.
Great. Matt's a great speaker. So
Yeah.
Awesome. Encourage everybody to go see him and check it out. Thanks, Pam.
Thanks.
Hey, Carl, just remind people that the Tunnel to Towers run is this evening.
Thank
So
you.
watch yourself on the bridges, or you could still go out and run. I think the run starts actually at 7 o'clock. So if you get home early, it won't be a problem. But if you're driving around about 6:30, 7-ish, it's going to be a big problem. So the bridges are closed there for a while. And then Monday morning, about 8 o'clock, 8:30, they'll kick off with the 9/11 remembrance ceremony right there by the convention center there, the monument for 9/11. Just a reminder to remember that. Thank you.
Hey, thank you I had that written down, so thank you for bringing that up. And again, that's the Gervais Street and the Blossom Street bridges. I've been stuck in that traffic the last 2 years, actually, for the tower run. So avoid at all costs, but for a great reason. You have to remember that when you're stuck for a while, it is for a good cause.
Hey, good morning, Carl. How are you?
Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. I as a board member for Junior Achievement of Central Carolina, as you mentioned about back to school, obviously I know you were talking about college, but we're always looking for volunteers if you're interested for helping out in the classroom. They went back to school a few weeks ago, but there are fall programs, and we're already prepping for spring programs. So if you or your company is looking for volunteer opportunities to help kids learn about financial literacy, please connect. Thanks, Carl.
Hey, absolutely. Thanks, Brett. Appreciate it.
Oh, good morning. This is
Hey,
Lynn.
Lynn. Good morning.
I just wanted to remind everybody that the Chamber's Minority Business Accelerator Program is taking applications. If you go to Chamber's website, look under business development and all the information you need about the program, including the applications. We're looking for not just cohort candidates, we're also looking for coaches, financial and business coaches. Thank you.
Thanks, Lynn, for mentioning that. We had a kickoff yesterday. It was great to see a few of y'all there. It is a great program. Really, really proud of what the work that's been done there. So if you know of a company that's looking to grow and to expand and gain knowledge, that Minority Business Accelerator program is incredible. All right. Anybody? Forrest is dancing. Hey, Forrest.
Hey, I have one more thing to add.
All right.
Awesome. I am a part of the KC Beautification Council, and we're doing our own little, dinner for the KC Beautification Council. It will be October 25th, and we are still looking for sponsors. It will be a wonderful event, and we're doing it to sponsor the Beautification Council. And if you want any details about what the council does for KC, please reach out. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Great. Thank you so much. And Georgia put this in the chat box, but the MBLG, Midlands Business Leadership Group, and I serve on the Regional Competitiveness Council, are conducting a survey, just some data collection. And so thanks, Georgia, for putting that in the chat box. But it is a very, very quick survey, but we're trying to get a pulse of what businesses are doing and how we need to help these businesses. So if you don't mind, if you got 2 minutes to fill that out, that would be awesome. So thank you for doing that.
businesses, organizations, nonprofits, educational institutions. We want to hear from everybody.
And literally it was so quick. I did it and I've forgotten I did it, quite frankly. It was so fast. So you can do it too. All right, guys. It is a Friday. Adam Vance, how are you?
Hey everybody. Thank you so much, Carl. Good to see everybody. Hey Forrest. Yes, a lot going on, and thanks for having me. I just want to say the Forward Together initiative that Carl's got going on, we're excited. Ashley Connor contacted us about that, and so I recommend anybody that can look into that to please look into that. There is some shameless mentions in here, Carl, I know, but it's all tied to the chamber, so I hope that's okay. Sound and Images has moved. If you haven't seen any of my goofy social media, but we're at 807 Bluff Road. We're right next to the former Budweiser. It's KW Beverage. The State Fair is right out my window across the street. And we're going to host Leadership Columbia in here on the 10th. We have two venues that we co-manage here. I do not own this building as much as everybody wants me to give them parking for football. We invest heavily to be here, but it's not going towards a mortgage. But we're so happy to be where we are. The location's phenomenal. So we can host Leadership Columbia now personally, and that's going to be on the 10th. And we're so thankful for that opportunity. Looking forward to the gala too, of course. And then if anybody can't make it down to the game, we do a radio remote. Every home game right here in the parking lot out the window on 107.5 The Game from 2:30 to 4:30. Then we switch over to B106, and we're going to talk about what's going on down here. But speaking of the radio remotes, I want to talk to our nonprofit friends. Sound and Images does a radio remote every month now, somewhere out in the community. And we always have a nonprofit spotlight, whether it's the chamber, whether it's Midlands Fatherhood, whether it's Transitions and our friend Craig over there, whoever. And so we like to partner up with other nonprofits that we haven't yet. And what we do is we allow, we get the executive director on there, and then they can talk about the event and what they've got going on and all those kind of things. So if you're down by the stadium tomorrow, please stop by and say hello at the 10. It's right on the sidewalk with 80,000 people walking by. And then also check out Gamecock Village. And then we look forward to seeing everybody at the gala on October 5th. And thank you. And I'll hang up and listen. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, guys, it's that time to go back to work. Sorry. Hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. I hope your games this weekend turn out like you want them to be. Hope they're better than last week. But do please remember, if you go someplace, please drive in the right lane. That's a broken record. I get it, but it's still a problem. So drive in the right lane. Have a great weekend. We're going to see you next week. Next month, second Friday. So be careful. Have fun. Let us know how we can help you. We'll see you real soon. Thanks for joining in. See you.